They come from all across the world, from many different lands. The brave from Britain, the confident from America, the determined from Japan, and anyone else, anywhere else, who wants to step up to the challenge. 100 challengers compete across a 4-stage obstacle course devised by the devil. Success means glory. Failure means humiliation. It truly is win or die. Many have tried. Very few have succeeded. But they all have one goal: to become the next champion. This is Ninja Warrior of Halo! Hello guys, I'm HuntUnit751 and welcome back to Ninja Warrior of Halo. The first 50 challengers have made their attempts at Tournament 21's first stage, and whilst initially we saw plenty of promising performances, nobody could make that final step and reach the finish line. All of the first 7 obstacles have played their part in taking out our competitors, including the brand new swinging pipes, and even the warped wall has chipped in, eliminating 3 challengers already at this point in the tournament. The 40th runner to go, though, was the first to break through. Spartan Sasuke host Rog not only managed to beat Stage 1 for the first time in his career, but his success quite literally opened the floodgates, as he was almost immediately followed by 3 more challengers, including the veteran Killer Man who beat Stage 1 for the first time since Tournament 16. Whilst these 4 can prepare themselves for the second stage, we still have another 50 challengers hoping to join them, including more newcomers, regulars, veterans, and of course the All-Stars. How many more will join the 4 already through to Stage 2? Will we see more first-timers get their first taste of success on Stage 1? And will our top competitors step up or suffer an early exit? Let's head back to the start line of Stage 1 to resume the action. Well, despite Irish's failure, we have still had a very positive start to this tournament, and we could be on for a very positive Stage 1 as a whole if the rest of our competitors can step up the way the first half of Stage 1 did. Next up, we have Silent Ghost 1239 making his debut on this course. He's competed on a couple of other tournaments. Well, Smokies. I'm sure he's competed on something else as well. Let's see how he does on his debut on this course. Making his way onto the rapid climb. Struggling with the first jump, but he gets up it on the second try. Seen plenty of people struggle so far with that jump, but he's making his way through now. Can he beat the first obstacle? Ooh, only just, but he makes it. On to the ball drop. Seen a few different techniques so far for this obstacle, and he's walking sideways into the ball. He's going to try and pole vault it, it looks like. He makes it. Oh, but he can't get the jump he wanted off the other side, and he comes up short. We've seen a few different people pole vault so far. Ghost, unfortunately, could not pull it off. But next up, we have another newcomer and the host of his own course. This is Sonic Fan 10193, who hosts Sonic Warrior. No, I'm just kidding. It's called Ninjas of Halo. That has started up. Now Sonic is making his debut on this course. Makes his way through the first obstacle very quickly. That has got to be one of the fastest attempts any newcomer has made at the first obstacle so far. Now onto the ball drop. He's doing this the traditional way. He shows great control and is onto the swinging pipes. This has caused plenty of problems so far amongst the first 50 challengers. And Sonic overshoots the second pipe. He was careful and cautious with his technique on the first pipe, but he had too much momentum and overshot the second pipe, and his debut was looking promising just then. Now we have Ninjas Are Irish. This is his 3rd appearance. His last 2 attempts, he's gone out at the half-pipe attack both times. So let's see if he can get his revenge on the half-pipe today, just like Killer did. He makes his way onto the rapid climb, eyeing up the tower. Oh, what's he doing? What the heck was that? Irish! Irish is out on the first obstacle. What on earth was the technique he was going for here? After 2 performances where he made it to the 5th obstacle both times, it looks like he was trying to rush through the obstacle. He banged his head on the window, on the superstructure, and he goes out on the very first obstacle. What a disappointment. 2 shocking Irish fails now. But that now means we can move on to our next competitor, and it is a 2-time regular in Petrillo fam, looking to go that little step further. He made it all the way to the flying chute on his debut in the last tournament. He got held up a little bit by the warped wall. He might have still had enough time to get to the end of stage 1 before he went out on the obstacle, and that is how to do the rapid climb quickly, Irish. And he's doing the ball drop really quickly as well. Petrillo, a man on a mission. As I say, the time limit was a big factor for him in the last tournament, but he might have still had enough time to beat the stage, even with his slip-ups at the warped wall. But he is not taking any chances right now. He is flying through stage 1. Through the jumping spider very quickly. He has beaten the first 4 obstacles in just 40 seconds as he goes for the half-pipe attack. He gets into the head slide nicely. This hasn't caused too many problems so far. Only Longshot and Ninty have failed it. In fact, this next obstacle, the warped wall, has taken out more competitors than the half-pipe attack. This is the one he's eyeing up. As he goes for it, he can't get it on the first try. Second attempt. No, 45 seconds left. Come on, Petrillo. Still got plenty of time, but you don't want to get held up here. Still can't get up the warped wall. He can't settle on a technique. He's a little all over the place. No, Petrillo, I think he thought he got up it just then, but he didn't. He's less than 30 seconds now. Petrillo, he was killing the course, and now the warped wall is killing him. He's up it now, but he's got less than 20 seconds left. He's not going to be able to beat stage 1. Can he beat the flying chute? Yes, he can. Takes his revenge on it. But he's less than 10 seconds. The klaxon sounds. He is beaten, and he knows he's beaten. He's not even going to go for the rope ladder. Petrillo fam is out of time. Oh, that run was so good up until the warped wall, and it all went tragically wrong. Well, following Petrillo's performance, we then had I Found You, who managed to go out on the flying chute. Still did pretty well, though. Then we had Awake Pulse, who didn't do quite so well as he crashed out on the swinging pipes. Kinky Cabinet, what a game attack, crashed out on the ball drop. Scary Sausage, the scariest sausage in the world. Didn't last very long as he went out on the first obstacle. Go back to being inedible. And then Toilet Time 69, who is a friend of Killer the Man, clearly took some lessons from Killer from the last tournament as he went out on the half-pipe attack. Great game attack again. That now brings us on to our 60th competitor, and we have a veteran looking to build on his promising performance from the last tournament. Next up on stage 1 is the British veteran Strafe Helix, formerly known as Vulcan 1610. And he is now a veteran after his performance in the last tournament when he overcame the half-pipe attack that took him out in tournament 19. And in doing so, he finally broke his 5th obstacle curse, and he completed the first stage for the first time in his career. Unfortunately, he was unable to get past the second stage when he went out at the stick slider. Now Strafe is back today, hoping to go even further than he did in the last tournament. But before he can think about that, he has to get past the first stage once again. Deliver. Strafe Helix, back for his 6th appearance after making his debut back in Tournament 15. It was great to finally see him pull through after so many Stage 1 exits. Now, let's see if he can get a little streak going and clear Stage 1 for the second time in a row. He flies through the rapid climb very nicely. Onto the ball drop. He will be confident, with most of this stage being similar to how it was in the last tournament. But now he has to get past the swinging pipes, the new obstacle. And he has overcome it nicely. No problems at all there. Onto the jumping spider. Didn't have any problems with this previously, and doesn't again here. Still got to get through the inside. And he has done just that. Onto the half-pipe attack. Goes right for it, not messing around. Gets into the head slide nicely, and his technique, he doesn't even need the stopper. That's going to save him a bit of time. As he goes for the warped wall, we've just seen this ruin Petrillo's run, but not Strafe. He gets up it in one. Going straight for the flying shoot. He got such height there as he landed on the bar, and he gets off the other side. It looks like Strafe, with 35 seconds left on the clock, is on his way back to the second stage once again. As he's going up the rope ladder. Plenty of time in hand. The crowd is happy. Strafe is happy, and he beats the first stage with 21.6 seconds left on the clock. Strafe Helix. His performance in the last tournament was brilliant, and he's followed it up with an even better performance this time around. The tank guy is celebrating again. Whoever's in the tank this tournament is definitely going a little bit crazy, but he did manage to hit him there. I'll give him brownie points for that. The crowd very happy there. He's got a big crowd watching him. But Strafe had no trouble whatsoever with any of the obstacles, really. His technique on this half-pipe attack was brilliant. He had just enough momentum to get into the head slide, but then was able to slow himself down, saving himself time. And everything else was not a problem for him. The crowd, I can see Snarls and Wolf Ninja and Cheese all watching on, are so happy for Strafe as he now can prepare himself for another stage 2 attempt. And let's see if he can get his revenge on the stick slider this time around. Brilliant stuff from Strafe. Strafe is now the 5th competitor through to the second stage this tournament. And his success now coincides with the sun beginning to set over the entire course. But this is a summer tournament, so we still have plenty of daylight left before the night arrives for our competitors. Next up, we have another newcomer. This is Happy Bunny 85470, and this is another member of the Killer Demand clan. Turns out I lied, actually. I thought Virtues was Killer's friend earlier. Actually, it turns out it's his cousin. And Toilet Time was the friend of Killer. So actually, yeah, Killer's family has infected the course this tournament. This is the 4th of 5 members of the Killer clan. And Happy Bunny is doing pretty well at the minute. Through the first 2 obstacles nicely. Heading on to the swinging pipes. Over the first one. Ooh, only just makes the second one. But he is through. And onto the jumping spider. This is the one he was eyeing up. Can he get it? Yes, he can. Can he get through the inside where Virtues couldn't get through it? Making his way through, taking his time just a little bit. As I say, Happy Bunny, the step bro of Killer Demand. And we have one more member of the clan to come after this. As Happy Bunny goes for the half-pipe attack, he goes really high, but doesn't get a second jump. And he is out. Another member of the Killer clan out at the half-pipe attack. Next up, we have another newcomer, Psycho I Lyco. Another great gamer tag. This guy is neither New Zealand or a member of Killer's family. He's just a rando off the streets. Let's see how he does. 110 seconds as he's off onto the rapid climb. Making his way quickly through. Is he going to be one of those jokey competitors that doesn't have a good run? Or is he going to do well? He gets through the first obstacle very nicely. Ooh, oh god, he almost overshoots the ball right at the beginning. But he survives as he goes down the track. Onto the first drop nicely. Down the second drop. What's he doing? No! He tried to go for the stopper and he completely missed it. Psycho, I don't like-o. That now brings us to a returning competitor and a competitor with a score to settle on this course. It is Bananarama, back for his 4th appearance. This is the guy who has gone out on the last obstacle in both of the previous 2 tournaments. One through timing out, the other through failing it, as we saw in the last tournament, but he failed it because he was under pressure with the time limit. If there is one competitor that has been knocking on the door in the last couple of tournaments, it is this guy. He came in 4th place in tournament 19 and did the best out of all of the 97 competitors that failed stage 1 2 tournaments ago. Even though we saw improvement amongst our competitors in tournament 20, he still couldn't break through and beat stage 1. Now he is eyeing up the jumping spider, taking a second to get his marker, hits the trampoline and gets into it nicely. He failed the jumping spider on his debut in tournament 18, but that was the version that didn't have the trampoline. He has looked like a completely different competitor since his debut. He's going right for the half-pipe attack. Can he get this? Oh, he jumped a little late, but he just about made it into the head slide. And even has the confidence to reload his pistol. 45 seconds as he goes for the warped wall. This has cost him in both of his last 2 runs with the time. Can he get up it in 1? Yes, he can! Come on, Bananarama. He goes for the flying chute. He has beaten this in both of the last 2 tournaments. Can he do it again? He gets a safe jump on the pole. Come on, gotta get off. Yes, he's done it. 22 seconds left. Is this the time for Bananarama? We have to hold our breath all the way here. It is not a foregone conclusion with this last obstacle, based on what we saw in the last tournament. He's taking his time a little bit. The klaxon starts to sound, but it looks like he's done it. He shoots the air. I'd suggest actually hitting the button first. And now he has hit the button. Bananarama, 2.3 seconds. Bananarama has finally beaten stage 1. It has been a long time coming after his performances in the last 2 tournaments, but he has finally managed to break through. Got all of the obstacles quite nicely, not the fastest pace, took his time a bit at the jumping spider and at the warped wall, but he crucially got up the wall in 1. He hit his markers, beat the flying chute for the 3rd tournament in a row. Not many people have done that. And he even had time to shoot to the heavens, to celebrate, to confirm his victory. Bananarama, like Rog, it's taken him 4 attempts to finally break through on stage 1. He has waited and waited and waited, but the moment has finally come, and it is all the sweeter. Well done to Bananarama. He can look ahead now to the 2nd stage. Despite Bananarama's success though, the veteran walking 5099 still couldn't build on his stage 1 success on the MCC. He went out at the half-pipe attack for the 2nd tournament in a row. He then had Floral Squash, who dropped out early on the ball drop, but despite that we've still seen plenty of competitors getting deep into the 1st stage, but not able to get the job done. Including Team Taurus, who overcame his jumping spider fail on his debut in the last tournament before he had a weird half-pipe attack run as well, and then ultimately ran out of time at the warped wall. That all happened despite the fact he sent me in another application video of him doing a salmon ladder whilst facing backwards. Kind of not needed. But despite all of that, we did have another competitor succeed. The Japanese competitor Zekin Yuki, who made his debut in Tournament 20, where he went out at the half-pipe attack. This time around, he was able to overcome his nemesis, and in doing so, he managed to complete the 1st stage. Albeit, now we've had a couple of close calls, including on the dismount of the half-pipe attack, and a few attempts at the warped wall, but he still had a solid pace and came home with a finishing time of 14.5 seconds and decided to celebrate his victory by accurately shooting his friend from about 5 miles away. Brilliant stuff, and that now makes him the 7th clear of the tournament. As we now move on to our 69th runner, it is Real Deal, the Halo Racer, back for his 5th appearance. He made his comeback in the last tournament as one of the several specially invited competitors, but he had a rather funny fail when he ran off the tower on the rapid climb. He's gone out on the first obstacle in both of his last 2 appearances. Oh my god, he almost failed the rapid climb again. Almost failed the first tower and then decided to just abandon ship. And is now on to the second obstacle. First time in 3 attempts, he has made it to the second obstacle. That was back in Tournament 13. He failed the old rolling ball in both of his first 2 appearances. He's looking good on this ball drop, and he's done it! That's a personal best for Real Deal. And you can tell he's happy about it. Now for the swinging pipes. He was really worried about this obstacle, but he's taking his time, and he's through that as well! Look at Real Deal go! Some might say he is the real deal. As he goes for the jumping spider, he jumps really early, but he still makes it! How is this guy alive? He is still surviving as he makes his way through the inside of the jumping spider, but he comes up short! What a brilliant run from Real Deal. Amazing! He could have gone out on almost every single obstacle, but I think Real Deal is very happy with that run. Now we can move on to our next competitor, and a veteran who has a big run ahead of him. Next up on stage 1 is the veteran Weapon Matt. Weapon Matt is back today for his 5th appearance on the course, but he comes into this tournament having made a shock decision. Weapon Matt has announced that this could be his final appearance on the course before he retires and looks to get out of Halo jumping. And if this is the end of the road, then we'll be saying goodbye to one of the best competitors amongst the new generation that joined us on the Xbox One. A competitor that has achieved plenty of high moments in his career, but has also experienced the lows and disappointment of an early exit. We've seen the sublime, but we've also seen the disappointing when it comes to Weapon Matt's career. And that exact split is exactly how you could describe his Ninja Warrior of Halo career. In his first 2 appearances, he was fantastic. On his debut in Tournament 17, he was the only newcomer to beat Stage 1 on the MCC, and then on his second appearance in the first Halo 5 tournament, he was one of only 3 to make it to the 3rd stage before going out at the cliffhanger. But after those 2 brilliant performances, he followed it up with the bad in his next 2 appearances. In Tournament 19, he ran out of time at the Warped Wall, before in Tournament 20, he got held up by the Warped Wall again, but did manage to beat it and beat the whole stage, only to run out of time and reach the finish line too late. Now Weapon Matt is back again today, hoping to get back on track and complete Stage 1 for what might be his final time. Will we see the good, or will we see the bad? Can Weapon Matt step up and make it back to the 2nd stage?
I mean, I'm feeling pretty nervous, I guess, on my 5th appearance. I'll try to make it over 50% for clear rate. Let's do that. Jumping isn't what it used to be for me back in the MCC days, but I'll still come back as hard as I can and hopefully make it back to stage 3 and beat that damn cliffhanger.
Weapon Matt, he's not ruling out that this might be the end. We could see him back again. But for now, this might be his final stand, his final battle, his final dance against this course. Let's see if he can go out on a high note as he makes his way through the rapid climb and onto the ball drop. He's never actually failed an obstacle on stage 1. Both of his failures in the last 2 tournaments have been timeouts. But he still has a score to settle. He wants to get back to the 2nd stage. He's going for the safe option on the swinging pipes, just like Real Deal did. And now he goes for the jumping spider. Getting straight forward. Oh no, he stops. Ooh, what's this? That's an interesting technique. A sort of double jump technique on the trampoline. Not seen anyone do that before. But he made it work, and and now is heading through and onto the half-pipe attack. He's going right for this as well. Can Weapon Matt get it? Yes, he can. Nicely into the head slide. At that time, though, he's a little bit slow on pace right now as he hits the warped wall. This is the obstacle that has cost him in both of his last 2 runs, but Weapon Matt gets up it in 1, just like Bananarama did. Now for the flying chute. Can he crack this as well? Weapon Matt. Oh, yes, he can. Can he get out the other side? Yes, he can. And he has 22 seconds left. That Bananarama had enough time, and he made it. Can Weapon Matt do the same? If this is to be his final stand, his last battle against this course, then he is not going out without a fight. Weapon Matt completes the first stage once again. His comeback is back on. 4.5 seconds left on the clock, and Weapon Matt completes the first stage for the first time since Tournament 18. The crowd of nobody there. That's a shame. Nobody's there to celebrate with Weapon Matt, but he is very happy. He made his way through the obstacles. He didn't have the fastest of paces, but he clearly had his techniques for all of the obstacles, especially there on the jumping spider. Crucially got up the warped wall on his first try, the obstacle that has ruined his runs in both of the last 2 tournaments. And from there, Weapon Matt had enough time to make it to the finish line, and he is moving back on to the second stage in what might be his final run. And that is now 8 competitors through to the second stage. We are having a brilliant run of form. In fact, that's now a record number of stage 1 clears after 70 runs. And we could be adding to the clear count with our next competitor stepping up. The first all-star to take on stage 1 in this tournament is Could Be Better, or Phil as we know. Phil is an all-star and a record holder on this course as the most experienced competitor in Ninja War of Halo history, today stepping up for his 19th appearance. But he has found it tough going since the move to the Xbox One. After his personal best of making it to the jumping bars in Tournament 16, since then he has been unable to complete the first stage, going out first on the flying chute in back-to-back tournaments, before then regressing in Tournament 19 as he was one of several to fail the brand new half-pipe attack. But in the last tournament, it looked like he'd put those failures behind him, as he overcame both of those obstacles that had taken him out. But like Weapon Matt, he took too many attempts at the warped wall, and he reached stage 1's finish line too late. Now Phil is back again, looking to avoid a 5th straight tournament going out on stage 1. The question is, will today be the day Phil gets back to stage 2? Phil could be better. He certainly could have been better and certainly could have done better in the last few tournaments, but it is clear that the skill and the ability is still there. You do not become a grand champion on abs if you don't have the skill. He's also been to stage 2 and stage 3 on Rog's course, so he definitely has the ability. And none of his runs on the Xbox One on this course have been bad. He's just been taken out by tough obstacles or made simple mistakes. Now Phil, making his way down the ball drop, an obstacle he is very familiar with, now going for the swinging pipes. And like the last 2 competitors, he's going to take the cautious approach, not taking any risks, and he gets through. Whipping out that sentinel beam. And now he goes right for the jumping spider, taking it slow on the swinging pipes. Now he picks up the pace a little bit. Clearly Phil has a game plan and a strategy here. Now for the half-pipe attack. Ooh, okay, I'm not sure what he's trying to do there. Was he going to go right for it? But he steps back, he goes for it now. Phil, oh no, Phil! Phil goes out at the half-pipe attack for the 2nd time in 3 tournaments. What went wrong there? Did he get his technique wrong? Did he want to go right for it and then he had to backtrack? Look at this. I don't know if he meant to jump into the head slide sideways, but he almost got away with it. He floated for a split second, but the head slide couldn't keep him up, and Phil dropped straight down into the water. The crowd, long shot arrow watching on, is disappointed to see this legendary competitor go out on stage 1 again for the 5th time in a row. Phil is out on the first stage. He still cannot get back to stage 2. That now brings us on to Frigate. It's Frigate! Back for his 4th appearance. This is one of the competitors that was specially invited back for the last tournament. This guy is a competitor that goes all the way back to tournament 12 when he made his debut. He competed under a different game attack then, but now he's known as Frigate. As we saw, he went out on the pole maze, but there is no pole maze to worry about this time, and he is confident of going much further now that the pole maze is gone. He makes his way onto the ball drop. Rolling it pretty fast and under control. As we pick him up now at the half-pipe attack. This just took out Phil. Can Frigate do it? Yes, he can. Nicely done. And if he can just make the dismount, that is a personal best for Frigate. Getting past the 5th obstacle where he went out in tournament 15. Now he gets his first taste of the warped wall. Can't get it up in one. He's only got less than 30 seconds left to go now. Second attempt, no good. 25 seconds left. You've got to get up it now, Frigate. Yes, he does. I still don't think he's going to have enough time, though. As he goes for the flying shoot, he tries to pick up the pace, but he jumps a little too late, and he is out. A personal best, nonetheless, though, for Frigate. That now means we can move on from the Frigate to the Soul Reaper. The Reaper of Souls, back for his 13th appearance, the British veteran. He made his first appearance on the Xbox One when he made his comeback in the 20th tournament. Like Frigate. I keep talking about Frigate. I promise it's the last time I'm going to say the word Frigate. Now Soul is on the course, making his way through the rapid climb, an obstacle he knows from Halo Reach. Now for the ball drop, an obstacle he knows because, well, he did it in the last tournament. He also went out at the pole maze on his comeback in the last tournament. So through the ball drop, now for the swinging pipes. He also takes the cautious approach. We've seen a lot more competitors play it safe on this obstacle, and most of them are getting through. Now for the jumping spider. He's done plenty of trampoline obstacles in his time, but Soul can't get this one! And Soul goes out early again on stage 1. What a disappointment for Soul, and things did not pick up after that. Pancake 04 back again for the 2nd tournament in a row, and just like his first appearance, he goofed around on the ball drop and crashed out. Then we had I Spite Fooey, the fanboy of Spiteful, and yeah, this. Sometimes words just aren't needed, guys. Then we had Asians, or Caucasians, the veteran who beat stage 1 in tournament 15. Since then, he has gone out on the 3rd obstacle every time, and he kept up that streak. 3rd tournament in a row, now going out on the swinging pipes. Then we had Cuddle Me. This is Killer Demand's sister. I swear this is the last one, guys, I promise. She knew she jumped too early on the jumping spider, and she decided to do a 360 before she hit the water. Then we had Tricky Cyrus, the newcomer. This is the guy who likes to see people's stage 4s, or look at stage 4s on courses. He couldn't even get to obstacle 4 as he crashed out on the swinging pipes when he overshot the 2nd one. That now brings us to our 79th competitor who has disappeared. Where is he? Oh, there he is. I can see him hiding behind the sign. How did he get up there? Well, he got up there because he's Chris. And Chris can do magic things like that. This is Siren, back for his 5th appearance on the course. Been in every tournament since we moved to the Xbox One. He is a regular, yet to beat stage 1, but he has come close a couple of times. Last time out, he went out at the half-pipe attack. So him to get back there, beat it, and then hopefully beat the flying shoot, which has taken him out twice before in the past. And then after he's done all that, maybe he'll beat stage 1 at last. Definitely know he has the ability. He's shown it on other courses. His early pace and speed here shows that he is on a mission. He's even got the time to reload between obstacles. He's going straight for the jumping spider. He jumps really early, but he makes it. Making his way through the inside. Look at the pace Chris is showing right now. I commented on Petrillo's pace earlier. Chris is just behind it right now. He's going really fast. But what about the half-pipe attack where he failed last time? No, Chris is out again at the half-pipe. Chris still unable to complete the first stage. But that now means we can move on to our next competitor, and it is someone that everyone loves to see step up to a course. The 80th runner to go on stage 1 is the veteran Snarls. Snarls has been given the number 80 as recognition for the respect he has earned in the jumping community. It doesn't matter what course you're watching, it doesn't matter what tournament you're watching. You'll probably find a clip somewhere of Snarls supporting his fellow competitors on the sidelines, rooting for them, celebrating their victories alongside them, but also being one of the first to commiserate their defeats. Snarls is one of the most respected competitors and one of those few competitors that everyone would love to see beat stage 1. And 2 tournaments ago, he came very close to doing that when he made it to the flying chute, but just missed out on the dismount. He fell back slightly in the last tournament when he failed the half-pipe attack, but Snarls is back today, looking to put those defeats behind him and make it back to stage 2. Snarls, the 9th appearance he has made on this course. Respected, loved, humble. There's so many words you could use to describe Snarls, and I know that everyone would love to see him get back to stage 2 on this course especially. Snarls making his way through the rapid climb, crouched a little early there, but still made the dismount comfortably as he goes for the ball drop. He usually likes to take this obstacle a little bit slower, a bit more carefully. He's making his way through. Oh, Snarls crouched again! Oh, he's risking it here, using his 9 lives, but now he goes quick on the swinging pipes. He just about makes that as well. Not the cleanest run so far from Snarls, but he is still making it through at the minute as he goes for the jumping spider. Yes, he's into it. Does not make the same mistake Sol did earlier. Now he's making his way through the inside. Not going at the fastest, but Snarls knows his pace. Now for the half-pipe attack. This is where he failed in the last tournament. This just took out Chris, but Snarls gets it. Nice work, Snarls. Get the dismount too. All right, he's through. 40 seconds to go as he hits the warped wall. He probably only has a couple of attempts at this. Can he get up it in 1? Yes, he can! Snarls! 30 seconds. He's got the time if he can beat these obstacles. Starting with the flying chute. No, Snarls! He's gone out again on the flying chute. This obstacle is turning into a personal nemesis, a nightmare for Snarls. It is the bane of his career. Snarls, he beat the half-pipe attack that took him out in the last tournament. He got up the warped wall in 1. But the flying chute, his technique was alright, but he crouched too early again. And Snarls fails the flying chute for the 3rd time in his career. The first person to fail it 3 times. Chris, who's just dropped out, watches on and decides to join Snarls in the water. That is gutting. Snarls was so close again, but he couldn't make it to the finish line. Although none of the final 10 competitors managed to beat the first stage, we have still managed to double the clear count from 4 to 8, including 5 competitors that have beat stage 1 for the first time in their careers. The 8 competitors moving on so far are Strafe Helix, who beat stage 1 for the 2nd tournament in a row and has the fastest time so far. Spartan Sasuke host Rog, Zekin Yuki, the Japanese competitor who beat stage 1 for his first time on just his 2nd appearance, and weapon match. We put his 2 timeouts in the last 2 tournaments behind him to beat Stage 1 for the first time since Tournament 18. Also moving on is Purple Dino, Bananarama, who, like Rog, got his first Stage 1 clear on his 4th appearance, I Stay Suave, and Killer the Man. In the last tournament, we saw 9 competitors complete the first stage, which means we are well on the way to beating that in this tournament. The question is, how many of our final 20 challengers will have what it takes to complete the first stage and join the others on stage 2? And will our top competitors all step up? You'll have to join us next time, guys, to find out. But until then, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you guys next time for the finale of Stage 1. Until then, guys, I've been Hunter Unit 751. Goodbye.